Hey GAWDA members, welcome to our final GAWDA TV episode of 2025. We hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for helping GAWDA celebrate its 80th anniversary this year. It's because of members like you that GAWDA has been able to sustain for 8 decades, and we look forward to raising the bar even further in 2026 and for the next 80 years. Here for the final time in 2025 to discuss the exciting events that GAWDA has in store for you next year is GAWDA's Vice President of Operations and Administration, Natasha Alexis.
Thank you, Steve, for the opportunity to be here with you again on GAWDA TV. I'm grateful to be presenting to members as we almost wrap up 2025. Still unbelievable that this year is almost behind us. First thing I want to mention, Steve, is thank you to all members for being a part of our 80th year as an organization celebration. We are celebrating 80 years because of each and every single one of you being part of just this resilient community. Thank you again for all of you who've participated in national meetings, regional meetings, virtual opportunities, engaged with each other, with our consultants. We are where we are because of each and every single one of you. To every member watching, thank you. If you've watched all 12 episodes, amazing this year. Your commitment to safety, service, and community is why this organization works. To those who give their time and expertise, our volunteers, as we always say, are our lifeline throughout these 12 months. Thank you. We are feeling and experiencing the difference because of your time and your expertise. What an opportunity we've had throughout the year. I mentioned earlier to gather in person. We just wrapped up our annual convention in beautiful Tampa, perfect weather. Over 900 of you gathered, just a beautiful moment. I spoke about that last month, but our results came in from the annual convention and networking. Being together, those hallway conversations in the coffee shop to exchange best practices, to learn about what's happening in the industry, for distributors and suppliers to learn and communicate with each other about different offerings is still the key benefit of being part of GAWDA. We are grateful for that. Now, as we turn the page from 2025, 2026, most of you have received a letter from our executive director, John Ospina, or an email reminding you to renew your membership. We want you all to stay connected, to be supported by us, and to be part of this 80-year organization. Please reach out to Andrea Levy on the team if you have any questions about your renewal. Also, a couple weeks ago, the executive committee of GAWDA met to plan for 2026. And I must say that GAWDA will continue to provide opportunities for strong connection, strong content, and designed programs with your businesses in mind. Really excited for what's to come in 2026. Some of you may have noticed communications have ramped up for regional meetings as we're offering 2 different locations, again, creating different opportunities for maybe some of you who are unable to join at national meetings. So we're having a ski meeting in Vermont, and then another meeting across the opposite end of the country in California, and we're ramping up for a virtual opportunity of networking with the young professionals, peer-to-peer networking. Stay tuned to your email and GAWDA.org for lots of announcements on upcoming opportunities for you. I just want to close, Steve, by wishing everyone a happy holidays with you and your families. We here at GAWDA headquarters look forward to continuing this journey with you in 2026. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Natasha. We can't wait to experience all the exciting things that the association has in store for 2026. We hope you have an amazing holiday season, and we'll see you next year. We've got an amazing show lined up for you today, and it all comes after a word from today's presenting sponsor, Weldcoa.
If your process requires a large volume of gas, cryogenic liquid, or supercritical fluid, we can automate it. Weldcoa engineers advanced systems that fully automate the connection between the bulk liquid supply and the application at hand. We have a proven history of designing custom systems for extractor units, CNC machines, vessel pressure testing systems, refueling systems, and more. If your process involves controlling gases, we can help. We are Weldcoa, your engineered gas control process experts.
During the 2025 GAWDA Annual Convention in Tampa, GAWDA past president Eric Wood and his wife Paula had the opportunity to present this year's GAWDA Gives Back Award. This year's recipient was Black Dagger Military Hunt Club. This was the 25th anniversary of GAWDA Gives Back, and our members came through with flying colors, donating an astounding $207,151 to Black Dagger, an organization that provides adaptive outdoor experiences including hunting and fishing for wounded veterans and Gold Star families. We had an opportunity to interview Brian Brennan and Dave Winters from Black Dagger during this year's show. Gentlemen, we appreciate you being with us today. For viewers who didn't attend this year's convention, can you share with us what the mission of Black Dagger Military Hunt Club is?
We started Black Dagger as a nonprofit in 2012. We really started before that. But we hunt, fish, shoot, skydive, wheelchair paddleboard, and we do all kinds of other activities supporting veterans, their families, and Gold Star families.
Can you take us back inside the moment when the check was presented and you saw that $207,000 donation? What will that mean for Black Dagger?
So when we saw that check, we've been a nonprofit for 15 years almost, and we have never gotten a donation like that. That is huge. That is going to have such a huge impact on veterans, Gold Star families, active duty military personnel. Just a huge impact. It will allow us to do a lot. We've been wanting to find property and purchase some property that will be great seed money, but it will also help our programs. We do so much for so many, and that will help a whole bunch.
Brian, you've been a participant with Black Dagger and are heavily involved in the operation of the charity. What does it mean to you to be able to pay it forward to the next generation of veterans?
It means the world because, like I said before in the past, if we're not trying to pay it forward and trying to help the next person, then what are we doing? I mean, Jesus even calls us to serve one another and love one another the way so love your neighbor. So it is. I keep that in the back of my mind, and I actually got teary-eyed when I saw the amount that was on that check because I know, being a recipient of some of the generosity that has been through Black Dagger, I know the impact that it makes and the healing that is done for the veterans when they participate in their activities, and the camaraderie and the teamwork and everything. That's why I keep on trying to be a part of that team, and I will be a part of that team for as long as I'm breathing. So it is, and as long as it exists. So that is what I just know how much that money and that generous donation will do for the veterans.
You worked with Woody throughout this process, and this is a cause that's near and dear to his heart. Can you describe the process from that initial meeting through to today?
So first, Eric Wood or Woody reached out to us through social media and just said, hey, told us about GAWDA, wanted to meet me in February at the JW Marriott. So we met, had lunch with him and his lovely wife, told us kind of about the program, and we were excited about it. He interviewed us, asked a lot of questions, and then came back and let us know afterwards that they would get back to us if we were, if we were definitely selected. And then he contacted and said yes. And we were so excited that that someone would first of all find us out of all the nonprofits that are in Tampa. I think it's kind of a God thing, as Brian was talking about, that we as a small all-volunteer nonprofit would be found by a large group, a national group, and then be selected. It was just absolutely huge. This is absolutely a huge thing for us.
During the presentation of the check, you did something I've never seen before. You actually gave Woody a gift. You said it was a military tradition, so can you tell us about the gift that you presented?
Yeah, so the military is steeped in tradition. So when we have found a lot of civilian community doesn't really understand it. So we wanted to, every time someone gives us something or they do something good, we like to donate something special. So we had a custom knife made for Woody. It is a Fairbairn's Sykes fighting knife. It's a British commando knife, but also carried by some of the Army Rangers and some of the elite groups during World War II. It is in the knife, and it's made to all specifications, but in the knife, there's brass in the handle from a 1944 artillery shell, and there's a little bit of acrylic in it. If you hold it up to the light, there's a thin line, and there's sand in there from Omaha Beach, where they stormed the beaches on D-Day. Just so when you hold that in your hand, you're holding history in your hand. And that donation that you made to us today was history for you and history for us. And it's going to do so much good.
Before the presentation of the check, Woody shared an incredibly moving video about Brian with the audience. For those who weren't in attendance, we've linked that video in the description below. During the video, General David Petraeus describes the moment in the hospital when he shouted out Currahee, the famous Band of Brothers motto from the 101st Regiment that Brian was a member of. And it was the first sign of movement from Brian after his traumatic accident. So in that spirit, can you give us a Currahee? I'm counting you down from 1, 2, 3.
Currahee!
Gentlemen, we appreciate you so much for being with us today and for all that you do. We can't wait to see that money put to good use. Happy holidays and God bless. During the 2025 GAWDA Annual Convention, GAWDA Member Services Co-Chair John Tapley had the opportunity to interview GAWDA legal consultant Rick Schweitzer. This interview occurred during the government shutdown. The government shutdown ended in November with a continuing resolution that funds the government through the end of January. However, if a budget agreement isn't reached before then, or another continuing resolution isn't passed, we could be looking at a second shutdown in the near future.
Nice to see you, Rick.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I'm John Tapley from Start Industries, here to talk to Rick Schweitzer about what's going on in DC. It's such a crazy scene right now, and I think a lot of what goes on in DC, people don't understand how it impacts them. So I'm really interested. Every time I go to DC, I go visit my congressman and senator. I go to the Capitol, I do everything. So I don't think people understand exactly, number one, what's happening now, and number two, how this will impact them. So if you could give us a little background. What DC seems crazy right now.
DC is crazy right now, crazier than usual. I commend you for going to visit your congressmen and your senators. I would venture to guess most people don't know who their congressman is or who their senators are. But you need to know that your business people in their districts or in their states, if you can, and you think it's a good idea, I would encourage you to support them financially for their campaigns. That gets you access that you wouldn't otherwise have, but you have access regardless because you're employers in their district or in their state. So you need to make regular visits with your members of Congress. Let them know how many people you employ, how many facilities you have, what it is your business is interested in, and what affects you. Obviously, things like taxes and regulation, all of these things affect you. Tariffs affect you. So it's important for you to feel connected with your elected representatives.
Yeah, that's a great point. Get to know, who you've got representing you in DC.
Yes.
I mean, that's where it happens. It just seems really crazy now. I mean, it's like...
It is crazy now. Politics is poisonous right now, and more so than ever before. There's very little bipartisan cooperation, less so than I've seen in 30 plus years. But that doesn't mean that things aren't getting done. They're just being done on one side of the aisle right now, and eventually it'll flip to the other side of the aisle. But things like tariff negotiations are going on right now, and I think we're seeing that it is having a beneficial effect on the economy. There have been a number of companies that have committed to manufacturing in the United States now, where they weren't before. And we are reducing our trade imbalances with a number of important trade partners.
What can you say to the people here all around us, independent business people, well, the government shutdown.
Yes.
I mean, that's one thing right now. It's like, this is the longest one I've ever seen, I think.
Well, it's longer than probably in the past 10 years. First of all, it's not a complete shutdown of the government, as we all know. There are essential employees who are still working. DOT, EPA, OSHA, they're all still doing enforcement action, so it doesn't mean that the regulations don't apply to you right now. The IRS is still collecting taxes and tariffs, so it's not a complete shutdown. But there are programs that are impacted. Certain government contractors are going to be impacted as well. It's not to say their programs aren't going to go forward, but it might be a while before you get paid.
Yeah, a lot of people in here do business with government entities.
Yes.
And I've heard them say throughout that right now they're not allowed. There's certain labs and certain research areas that are not even talking to anybody.
Right, and it's going to be that way for a while, but they'll resolve their differences one way or another. They always have. It might take a month or two, but it will come back together.
Besides going to meet with their representatives, is there anything else you would recommend for these independent business people here that, what can we do to help bring people together or impact what's going on with the government?
Well, when you meet with your members of Congress, you can tell them what your issues are. If you have a particular problem with regulatory issues or government contracting, for instance, let them know and let them know what they can do to help you. I mean, one other thing that I would encourage you to do is participate in our monthly safety manager safety meeting calls. I give an update every month, or maybe 10 times a year actually, on what's going on in Washington, what I see happening on the latest legislative and regulatory developments, and it's a good way to spend an hour and just get caught up.
I'm in there every month.
Good.
I listen to you. I listen to the whole team. It's a wonderful experience. Everybody in this hall right here should take that advice and join every month.
I agree.
Thank you so much, Rick. It's been always a pleasure to listen to you and hear what's going on with things in DC. It's a crazy world.
It's a crazy world, but we're trying to make sense of it.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for this important information. We really appreciate it. Happy holidays, and we look forward to continuing this work next year.
Are you a gas distributor, plant manager, franchise owner, or operations manager? Do you work around hazardous gases such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, ammonia, methane, or argon? Meet the MSC2 CO2Meter's fixed multi-gas detector, your industrial gas safety solution. Feel confident knowing your staff, employees, and establishment are protected when working near hazardous gases. Don't wait until it's too late. Shop the MSC2 fixed multi-gas detector today at CO2Meter.com.
Finally, during the convention, we had the opportunity to speak with several new members and newcomers to GAWDA events. You'll see these interviews and episodes throughout 2026. Joining us first today is All-Safe Global buyer Karl Stark.
We are here at the annual convention in Tampa. I'm representing the Member Services Committee, and we're here with a first-time attendee, Karl Stark from All-Safe Global. Karl, you came to the newcomers event last night, the GAWDA Guides. Can you tell us about your experience with that?
Yeah, it was fantastic. There's plenty of vendors that I've worked with over the last 6 years, and it was really great to see them for the first time in person, shake their hands, see their faces, especially for a lot of the customers that we've worked with too throughout the years. It's been really informative and really great to just meet, all these great faces that I've worked with for a long time.
Perfect. Well, this is the second time that we've run the GAWDA Guides program. This year we did it a little different. We had a little bingo. You got to meet all of the committees. Was there any committee that really caught your eye?
Yeah, the Young Professionals Committee. I'm actually going to the event tomorrow at the aquarium, so I'm really excited to meet everyone there and really understand more about and learn and grow in GAWDA and the industry. So
perfect. Well, you come here, you see all the hugs, you see all the high fives. It's like a family. Your first impressions of the show as a whole?
Completely fantastic. I think everyone down here has done a really good job, especially with the mentoring that I've been seeing going on, making sure that everyone who's new has someone they can rely on to introduce them to new people, and very high-level people too at these other companies for this professional development. Right? You're talking with the CEOs of these companies, and they're introducing you through their whole chain of employees and through other companies as well. So that's a completely invaluable experience that you can only really get here.
Yeah, absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit more about what you do for AllSafe?
Yeah, so I'm the buyer. So we have 4 facilities all across the United States. I purchase all of our high pressure products, kegs, industrial cylinder gases, aluminum cylinders, valves are all product lines that we carry, and we also do recertification as well. So any customers who have a cylinder that's out of test that needs to get redone, we work with them to make sure that it's like a like new product.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. If you've got a product to sell, Karl's the guy you're selling it to. Karl, we hope you have a great experience. Thank you so much for joining us, bud.
Yeah, have a good day.
All right. Karl, we're so happy you joined us for this year's convention. We look forward to working with you as you continue to grow within the association. GAWDA Media is the go-to resource for news and information about the gases and welding industry. Through our wide variety of publication platforms, GAWDA Media keeps our members up to date on all of the most breaking news, emerging trends, and member events in the industry. Want to get your company's message seen? We have a quarterly print publication, a twice-monthly newsletter, an online buyer's guide, and a twice-monthly news show. If it's happening in gas and welding, it's happening on GAWDA Media. Want to learn more? Contact your GAWDA Media representative today. Today's member news segment is brought to you by Anthony Carts. Check out the new CB6 6C 2WL HT cylinder cradle with full 360-degree mobility and heavy-duty handling today. This cradle is a rugged and highly maneuverable solution for transporting and storing industrial gas cylinders with ease. Whether you're operating in a fabrication shop, gas distribution center, or field service operation, the CB6 6C 2WL HT offers unmatched versatility and strength. Learn more or request a quote at Anthony's website, www.anthonycarts.com. We begin today's member news segments with some sad news. GAWDA extends its condolences to the friends and family of Etna Davis. Etna was the beloved wife of Correct Cryogenics founder Rick Davis and mother of Vice President of Sales Scott Davis. Etna will be fondly remembered for her kindness, grace, and unwavering support of the Correct Cryogenics family and the industry that they proudly serve. Her warmth and compassion touched countless lives, leaving a legacy of love and strength that will continue to inspire all who knew her. In much happier news, registration is open now for the first 2 regional meetings of 2026. The Southwest Regional Meeting takes place in Sonoma, California from February 10th to the 12th. Then the Northeast Regional Meeting takes place in Killington, Vermont from February 23rd to the 25th. The registration links for both events are in the description below. In recent episodes of GAWDA TV, we've had Marie Gratterman-Williams, the co-chair of the Southwest Regional, and Michael Truba, the co-chair of the Northeast Regional, on to talk about these events. The links to those interviews can be found in the description below. We look forward to seeing you at those events next year. GAWDA officially opened its 2026 membership renewal drive. You should have received an email from Executive Director John Ospina last week. Renewals are accepted through December 31st of this year, and after that date, a 5% late fee will be added to your company's membership renewal. Members can renew their dues online or by mail. For more information, click the description below. During the 2025 GAWDA Annual Convention, Eric Wood announced that Marilyn Dempsey would be stepping back from her role as GAWDA's DHS, EPA, and OSHA consultant. Replacing Marilyn will be Ryan Combest. We look forward to working with you, Ryan, and we wish you all the best, Marilyn. Barnes Welding Supply was named WEMCO's Excellence in Welding Award recipient. The CGA recognized Erlbeck Gases and Red Ball Oxygen with its 2025 CGA Distributor Safety Awards. Jack Butler was honored with the prestigious IWDC Bob Jackson Memorial Award for his contributions to IWDC and to the industry. Congratulations, Jack. Registration is open now for the 2026 IBDEA conference, which will take place from February 26th to March 2nd in San Diego, California. Awisco announced that it had relocated its West Milford branch. Arc Gas announced its intention to open a new Akron, Ohio location. Allison Earlbeck was named to Baltimore Business Journal's 2025 40 Under 40 list. EFC announced its agreement to join Element Solutions, Inc. Oxygen Service Company named Jim Close as its Vice President of Sales and Marketing. Western Enterprises welcomed Josh Tarpey as its new Director of Sales and Customer Service. B&R Compliance named Lauren Parambo as its Director of Projects and CO2 Support. And finally, Hahn Welding Supply moved its East Windsor, Connecticut branch to Suffield, Connecticut. To learn more about any of these member news items or to submit member news of your own, read the complete December 1st issue of the GAWDA Connection in your email inbox today or by clicking the link in the description below. And that's our show for this month. Thank you again to everybody who tunes in each month and everybody who made GAWDA's 80th anniversary year so memorable. We couldn't do it without the support of members like you. If you have an industry topic that you'd like to share with our fellow members on GAWDA TV in 2026, please reach out to us today. We would love to hear from you. And now, we conclude our final video of 2025 with what's become a tradition on GAWDA TV, holiday messages from GAWDA members. For all of us here at GAWDA TV, we wish you happy holidays and a safe and prosperous new year. We'll see you in 2026.